All right, next we have Georgia at 9-0, 7-0 in the SEC, at Tennessee at 5-4, 3-3 in the SEC. And that's a 3:30 kickoff on CBS, the SEC game of the week for CBS. And you know what, Matt? I want you to go first. You make your pick
No, no,
first
no,
this
no, no,
time.
no, no. Don't throw off the juju. You go first.
Okay. All right, but I don't want to just make my pick because I feel like we need to talk about this because we've
Do you
talked
want
about
me to
this a
go
little bit.
first?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
As a completely unbiased, someone who hates them both. Um, I I have a slight comment after I give my prediction. I'm picking UGA 28-10. However, in a rare turn of events, I hope Tennessee wins.
That is rare. Is there any motivation behind that, or just
I hope they knock UGA down. I
just
hate
yeah,
UGA.
She's
the
not wrong.
the usual?
The usual.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. So I think this one is going to be an odd one. I do think the dogs win. And look, I know I probably shouldn't pay attention to social media. I know Tennessee fans are making it really difficult for me to be nice and objective this week.
Looking at
Um,
you, Ball Goose.
but you know what? I'm not taking the bait. Okay. Instead, I'm going to take a different approach. All right. So if they want to talk about, drought since 1980 or supposedly choking every year, I'll say that, what that reputation has possibly been earned. Okay. The dogs have got to accept that people are going to say stuff like that. And I'm sure, obviously, they're used to it. Kirby is probably used to it, whatever. And got them conditioned to not even respond to stuff like that anymore. Um, but they also have to recognize that they have the power to change that narrative, right? Narratives weren't meant to live forever. I mean, Jesse, as you well know, I'm sure Alabama was a laughing stock for many years
So
in the 90s
bad.
and the 2000s.
So
Obviously,
bad.
that narrative has changed just a little bit. Vanderbilt used to be really good in the 1920s. Okay. That's changed. Florida honestly hasn't been able to decide which narrative they want to pick for the past decade or so. Um, you can only taunt with the choker comments for so long before a new generation of players comes up who simply doesn't care about that narrative. They want to write a narrative of their own. So, and now is the time to change that in the program's trajectory. So that's what I'll say to all that. So I do have the dogs winning. What did I say? 38-21. Obviously, I hope that the defense can hold a little bit better than that. But I'll tell you, as Hendon Hooker goes, so goes this game. If the dogs
Mhm.
are able to fluster him, then it's going to be a long day for Tennessee fans. However, if he's able to, get in some space, scramble a little bit, beat us over the top, as the secondary that hasn't really been tested that much because the front seven has been so strong. I think that it could perhaps go the opposite way. I'm not saying that I think Tennessee would win, but I think it would be, a very trying day for the dogs. So anyway,
Wes, you are by far the most lovely and gracious Georgia fan.
I
well, I
completely
try
agree.
because I'm trying to look at it in the big because it's easy to talk smack, but then I've always been of the mind if I talk smack, first of all, I'm not the one playing. Second of all, that comes back to bite you really really fast, and that's no fun, right? Let's
Mhm.
look at this in the big picture. Anyway, Matt, what are
Maybe
your
they will be inspired by the Braves.
yeah, that's my thought. That's my hope anyway.
Similar narrative.
Matt, what you got?
I think you got a point about Georgia's defense, their secondary in particular, not being challenged vertically. I think this is going to be a game where if Hendon Hooker can get into a rhythm, if they can give him the protection he needs, if we can get the pass game going, I think this is a game where Tennessee has a chance to stretch the field. Um, Another thing that I was talking to a buddy of mine that I work with, who he played college ball. He knows a little bit about football. He told me that he thinks Tennessee will win this game strictly off pace. Georgia, is big on subbing in guys, moving people in and out. And with the pace that Tennessee runs, that could be a problem. Whether that's penalties, whether that's kids getting gas, not being able to get those subs in as efficiently as Georgia would like. So I think that's going to be the thing. And I think if it comes down to a foot race between Tennessee's offense and Georgia's offense, I like Tennessee's chances. So with that being said, I'm donning the headgear a la Lee Corso. And I'm going to say that Tennessee wins this thing, pulls off the upset, wins this ball game 28-24.
Matt, we need to get you a smoky headgear to just throw on there.
I think this is
yeah.
Or a puppy.
No.
That's pretty good though. That's pretty good. So yeah,
I like Tennessee's chances in this game.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm going to be listening to this one on the radio on the way back. I will get to see most of it, but I'm hoping to be I'm hoping to enjoy the drive with the radio on, so we'll see.